If you were to point in a direction, where is Gehenna? Where is hell? Probably would go and point downwards, right? Where's heaven? You probably point upwards, Gan Eden, upwards, right? Is that true? Huh?
God's in heaven.
And God's in heaven, right?
From heaven and hell to be wherever you are.
Ah, heaven and hell are just a different dimension in this reality that unless you're a very lofty soul, you're not going to be privy to. Won't be privy to it. A lofty soul, they can be privy to things around us that we're not. They say that what we perceive with our mind is 7 parts compared to what we don't perceive with our mind, but subconsciously perceive 1,000,000 parts. So what we are aware of, what we have perception of, is so little to what reality is. To what reality is. Yeah. So to be privy to that reality that's beyond, of course, the righteous, a Rebbe, privy to things far and above and beyond what we are capable of perceiving. And therefore, for a Rebbe, the whole world is before them. They can see anything and everything with a slight, glance. Because with a slight glance, we pick up very little. But a tzaddik, a righteous person, a Rebbe in particular, picks up so much more. And just on a simple level, we use maybe 3-4% of our brain capacity. They say Einstein maybe used 6%. I'm sure a Rebbe uses a lot more than Einstein. Because Einstein just used his mind that he has awareness of and capacity to. But a Rebbe, what God gives is that which would be on a, I guess, subliminal, subconscious level, has access to that likewise, and very different. Welcome to Tanya Today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zuch and Kadeshim in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We are in the 27th letter of Igeres HaKodesh, the Alter Rebbe's letters. This letter, written to the followers of Reb Mendel Haradoker, who was his mentor and a Rebbe in the Holy Land of Israel. After his passing, he is comforting his followers. And this is the letter of comfort. And what we have quoted, the Alter Rebbe quotes, is from the Zohar, a fascinating statement that a righteous person, and a righteous person is someone who has no negativity in their heart. They've transformed it, right? So they don't have a lustful desire in their heart for whatever, or a desire for seek pleasure in eating a nice croissant with a coffee, right? Like I did this morning. David's coffee, Chesky's croissant.
Herring.
Yeah, huh?
Herring.
Not yet. Well, right.
All right.
So we
That quote here.
no, that was yesterday. We quoted from the Zohar.
Okay.
So the righteous are more available, more found, more relevant after their passing than during their lifetime. And what is their life all about? Faith, love, and awe of God. And that is more available after their passing, which is a phenomenal statement. How's that? So that's the fact. That's the reality. And in today's class, the Alter Rebbe is going to explain how that is so. So he says that when a tzaddik, a righteous person, is alive on earth, these three attributes of faith, love, and awe of God are contained within the human vessel. Within the human vessel, right? The soul is within a physical body in time and space. And that level of there's three levels of the soul here that we refer to, because those are the three levels that are integrated within the person, not transcendent levels of the soul, but integrated levels of the soul. So the lowest level is nefesh. The nefesh level of the soul is integrated with the body and remains with the body even after passing. That level of the soul.
Ruach in the body.
No. I just said,
Separate from the ruach.
David, just follow what I'm saying, okay? I didn't say ruach. I said nefesh, so let's, right?
I'm reading, so I should listen.
That's good idea. So the nefesh, the lowest level, is integrated and still has a connection to the body after passing. It's still there, right? Separated from that level of right during lifetime. So the nefesh, ruach, and neshama are working in tandem within the person. But now, after passing, so the nefesh is connected, but the ruach level, which ruach means spirit, it means also wind, so the spirit of the person, which means the emotive attributes of the person, which by the righteous person is reference to their faith, love, and awe of God, separates itself from the nefesh, and hence from the body, right? And goes upwards. Now, get back to that in a moment. But when the righteous person is alive, the ruach level is integrated within the body, and therefore, since the faith, love, and awe of God is part of the ruach level of the soul, it's now coming by means to anybody who connects with that person through the body, meaning through their expression, through their words that they will express, which is coming from a body, through their movements, that even their movements express faith, love, and awe of God, right? But it's coming by way of the body, right? Meaning that it's coming, you're only getting, since it's coming through the body of the individual, you're only seeing a ray of that faith, love, and awe, because you're not getting the faith, love, and awe itself. You're getting the way it's coming through the limitation of a body of the individual, because that body now speaks about faith, love, and awe of God, thinks about faith, love, and awe of God, and just exudes faith, love, and awe. But that exuding of it is coming by way of the body. Therefore, you're not getting the faith, love, and awe itself. You're getting the way it's limited expression through the body of the individual. Is that clear? Now, when the person passes away, or as a result, says, our sages therefore say, it takes 40 years to plummet the depths of your Rebbe's teachings, because you're only getting a ray of it from him. It takes 40 years to plummet the depth of it, because from the ray, you'll get the core of it, right? It'll take time, right? But when the righteous person passes away, the nefesh remains connected to the body in the grave. The ruach separates from it, and it's no longer attached to the body. And therefore, the ruach level of this righteous person, which is an embodiment of love, of faith, love, and awe of God, is no more got the limitation of being expressed through the body, right? And these attributes now are with the soul of the individual in Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, right? And surrounds every individual in this world now. So now what you're getting is direct from the soul of the individual, because it's not a soul through a body, in a body, but it is a soul itself. And you're getting direct from that soul, faith, love, and awe of God. Now, what does it mean you're getting it direct? So direct means, where's Gan Eden? Where's Gehenna? Right? So we point down there, up there. No, it surrounds us here. It's in this reality. That's where it is. Where do we see that? We see that, as our sages point out, that when Yaakov Avinu, went to get the blessings of the firstborn from his father, Yitzchak, Isaac, right? It says when he walked into his father, the whole story, right? Taking away from Esav the blessings, because they were rightfully his, because Esav sold it to him. So he goes into him. Our sages say that he walked in with the aroma of Gan Eden, of the Garden of Eden. Physically, he was wearing hides that smelt, not of Gan Eden, right? Because he had to, his father was blind. He had to come in sounding and at least feeling like his brother, right? So he came in that space, in the physical space of Gan Eden, entered with him. So it means the Garden of Eden is not up there, it's here, except only the righteous have access to that awareness. He walks in with that. Jacob is aware of it, and so is his father aware of it, right? Which, as explained, that Gan Eden is a reality here, and therefore every good thing that we do of thought, speech, and action is actually recorded in Gan Eden. And anything that we do that's bad is recorded, not physically recorded, right? In Gehenna, in hell. In other words, we're the ones who create heaven and hell. There is a heaven and hell, and outside of we don't create it. We create what will be in that heaven, what will be in that hell, through our thought, speech, and action, right? But that's a side point. Getting back to the main point over here is, right, that, in other words, so that soul, well, actually, no, it's important, because it means the soul of that righteous person who's in the Garden of Eden, it's not distant from us. We have access to it, right? Again, our minds, our hearts are coarse, so therefore we are not aware of it, right? The righteous are. But we need to know that that's the truth. We have access to it. So it means that righteous person who you're connected to, right? You're connected to. It's very easy as a disciple that you can get the essential aspects of your master's ruach level of his soul, because now it's not found in a body and you only get a ray of it through the body, but you're getting the essence of that, of his soul. Who gets it? First of all, what is the essence of that soul? Of the Ruach level? What is it?
Faith, love, and
Faith, love, and awe. Exactly. That's the spirit of his soul. That's the emotional makeup of his soul, which is the Ruach level. And it's accessible. And who's it accessible to? And what is it? What are you getting? You're getting the core essence, not a glimmer of that level of the soul, right? And who gets it? All those that are connected to that righteous person. And the more you're bound up and close to that righteous person, the more you have a love for that righteous person, the more you're bound to that person, the more you get from their soul, that love, awe, and faith of God. Wow. As the Zohar says, the spirit, ruach, of the inner heart of the individual, right? Meaning the love that you want to, that you have a bond with this righteous person, elicits from the spirit of the righteous person, their spirit, their ruach level of the soul, which then imbues us with their faith, love, and awe of God we receive from it. And if you feel you didn't receive from it, it means we didn't labor hard enough to connect ourselves to that person. Because if we labor hard enough, as our sages say, yagaiti, matsasi tamim, if you labor and work hard enough, then we can believe that you are connected in such a way that you get from their soul directly. Not a glimmer, not a ray of light of their soul, but the core essence of it. Powerful. So folks, we all need a Rebbe. We have a Rebbe. And we can all connect, but it's pending on us to make that connection meaningful and real and deep. So Davida, the nefesh part of that stays with the body, yes, stays there. Yeah. Limited by klipa. I'm not certain what you mean, Vicky. You can elaborate. When we daven at the oil and get a feeling of the Rebbe, are seeming all parts of the soul. You know, fine. And by the way, it doesn't mean that you're limited to the oil of the Rebbe to get this, right? You're not limited at all by the oil because the soul of the Rebbe is not limited to the oil. That's the point over here, right? Not limited, right? Because his soul is in Gan Eden. Excuse me, where's Gan Eden? Right here, right? In a transcendent manner, in a level beyond what we are aware of, but at least we're aware of, not with our physical eye, but our mind's eye, that we know that, yeah, and therefore, wherever you are, through the bond, and the stronger the bond, the more we gain from his neshama. It gives us a deeper faith, a deeper love and awe of God. It's amazing. So yeah, oil just kind of makes it more palpable and real for us, but it's real nonetheless here in this moment at any time. We have access. That's the beautiful thing. We have access, and we see.
his emissaries.
Yeah, but absolutely. But what's key over here is that you're seeking through the emissary, through the teacher, to have the connection with the Rebbe.
Exactly.
Right, that's what's key. Yeah, of course they can help and enhance that. Yeah. So David is asking, are more people connected to righteous person if them met them physically in their lifetime, and the ones who didn't? Not necessarily. David is asking a good question. I met the Rebbe physically, was, many, many times by Fabringen, dollars, and all many different, opportunities to connect to the Rebbe. So now, does that enhance it for me now? Hopefully, I think so. But there are people who never met the Rebbe and yet have a very deep bond. It just means you have to work harder. And what amazing thing is, as we see 30 years after Gimel Tammuz, over 30 years, that there are more followers of the Rebbe, more people connected to the Rebbe today than in his physical lifetime on earth. So that fits in perfectly with what we're talking about over here. He's more accessible. You know, now, of course, it's through the teachings. You watch videos of the Rebbe, which is very important that we watch videos so we can see physically the Rebbe. Or we can appreciate, not just his teachings, but just his way. And through that, we connect more deeply. Yeah. Another 36 years to go, John. Beautiful. So, Vicky, the limited connection with the soul while a person is alive. Yes, it's limited. Again, think of it. Do we, do we get directly from what a person thinks and what they say? And, that's when a person talks, it takes a long time to figure out what they really meant. Not because of their lack, but because of the nature of what it means person talks and shares something. So till you get to that you're going to get the true understanding, and from there that, a deeper faith and love and awe of God, since you're you're not getting direct from the person, right? You're getting only a glimmer. For example, what I know and what I express to you, in my mind, it's much deeper, much more profound, and the light is much more, illuminated in my head than what I express to you. That's why, I'll express it one way and then I'll try another way, because the words are a limitation. The words are a limitation. What those words are imbued with is so much more than what the words are. And that's why, it takes a long time 40 years that we get it, so to speak, right? So, as John said, he's been learning Tanya for 4 years. So now he's got 36 years more to go till he'll get it. Well said.
16, 40, 100. Should be 108 when I get it.
Yeah. Right. So when you go to the physical place of the Rebbe's oil resting place and you pray there, definitely one feels more of a connection. The point over here is that you do have that connection that's beyond what you feel, right? Feelings, of course, are limited. Is the Ruach or Neshama after 120 can still shep nachas from those connected to them and still in this world? Of course, absolutely. Of course, it gets nachas, it gets pleasure from the things that we do in this world. Yeah. So, Liba and Davida, his father, Yeshayahu ben Betzalel, his neshama goes from strength to strength, is getting much nachas from his daughters and from all of us, and what we do here. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Rambam coming up. Reminder, next week will be our matching campaign. for Chabad Zichron, sponsor for this class, and really seek to help out by reaching out to others, that they will help us. And of course, what you can do. All right. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you. Chabad Zichron Kedesh Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya Rambam coming up. Thank you for joining. Have a great day and good.